with your host, me, Polly, the penis. I'm a penis. In this special installment, we continue our discussion of the importance of becoming a grown-up. And in course, dealing with all the responsibilities of adulthood. Sex is my favorite part of being an adult.
But how do you know when you're ready to be an adult?
Bert, that's a good question. One of the signs of adulthood is hormones.
Hormones.
Hormones cause your body to act in unusual ways. Nighttime emissions occur when the boys are asleep. You might have a naughty dream about some special lady where you touch her in a special place it smells like the sea. This dream causes your body to release a stored up semen. Oh, God. In some places around the world, wet dreams and erections are considered wrong and evil. Wow, what's that? But in civilized countries, like our own, we know that the body is simply saying,
"Hey, here I am! Pick me! I'm not ready for reproduction!" Puberty!
And that's what's happening to your genitals.
Sexually, I'll give you the thought process that a guy goes through when he connects with you sexually. A guy, when he connects with you, he wants to enjoy himself, but also wants to give you pleasure, but also wants to see in his frame of mind, there's different categories of women. There's a kind of woman that he can actually show off to the world and connect his mom to and basically say, hey, this is my woman. There's a kind of woman he's going to have fun with. Now, the quicker this happens without he actually putting in the time investment, the more likely it is for you to be put into that category of easy and just fun, but not long-term quality, okay? It's unfair, yes. Is it cool? No, it's not cool. But I'd rather talk to you about the world the way it is today versus the way I wish it were, okay? So because guys already are this way, my advice to you is to come up with an idea, criteria, standard of what has to happen before you can open yourself up to him sexually. My recommendation is not really to look for a specific number of dates or length of time, but that you actually share some experiences that let you know that this guy is serious about you, that lets you know that this guy is really interested in you, and also that you realize that he's worth spending time with enough to stop connecting with other guys. So if you find a guy who meets the criteria of really pursuing you, of really being the right kind of guy for you, of having high values, you've gone through a couple of situations where there's times of stress and he reacts in a positive way, he doesn't run away, and you have this confidence that he's a guy that, yeah, this can happen with, then the next part from my suggestion would be to decide that he's strong enough for you to stop seeing other guys and that he on his end has stopped seeing other girls. If he's still dating other women as he's having sex with you, in his mind, he has not placed high enough value in you. Okay? So for a guy to really think of you long term, he has to value you, what you offer him, above his messing around with other women. So if you find a guy who wants to commit to you, be exclusive with you, at that moment you don't have to be married, you don't have to have any length of time happen other than you know in your heart that that's the fact, that's true, then you might open yourself up to him sexually. Okay, so that's my advice to you right now. Take it with a grain of salt. Each one of you needs to make her own mind as to what's your criteria. But
much of this information was deficient or of dubious value, especially during the period following puberty, when curiosity about sexual matters was the most acute. This deficiency was heightened by the increasing incidence of teenage pregnancies, particularly in Western countries after the 1960s. As part of each country's efforts to reduce such pregnancies, programs of sex education were introduced, initially over strong opposition from parent and religious groups. The outbreak of AIDS has given a new sense of urgency to sex education. In many African countries, where AIDS is at epidemic levels, see HIV/AIDS in Africa, sex education is seen by most scientists as a vital public health strategy. Some international organizations such as Planned Parenthood consider that broad sex education programs have global benefits, such as controlling the risk of overpopulation and the advancement of women's rights. See also reproductive rights. The use of mass media campaigns has sometimes resulted in high levels of awareness, coupled with essentially superficial knowledge of HIV transmission. According to SIACUS, the Sexuality Information and Education Council of the